What's poppin', man? You tapped in with the first female artist on Ground Zero, Shyy G. Go ahead and let these folks know who you is.
My name is Shyy G. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas. It's not Arkansas, it's Arkansas. Thank you. But I am a versatile artist. Initially, I'm a poet, so I write.
Real talk. So, being a female artist in Arkansas, how has it been for you?
I say I'm productive. So far, I released my first album in February 2nd, and that album has been doing really good. I released the 2 videos as well. One video is almost at 5,000 views. Since then, which is February, I released my first album. I've already been on the blue carpet at the BET Awards. I've been at the Essence Fest with the crowds. I haven't performed at the Essence Fest or BET, but I was with the stars the whole time, and I made a lot of connections. And so I'm really excited to what I have coming up for you guys.
Real talk. And you mentioned you made a lot of connections. So do you feel like, relations and connections is a key to this game?
How do you think a chain stay together?
Real talk. That's real. Real talk.
So that's all it is. I'm trying to build my chain strong. I'm a really solid person, so I like to be around solid people and work with solid people.
And since you been moving around the state, with the music, what's something you done noticed? You mentioned you like to be around solid people. Is everybody solid? Like, what's some stuff have you noticed?
No, everybody's not as solid as they claim to be, but a good way to, test that out is patience. Patience and being able to distort what's real and what's not. A person can sell you a dream at any time, but you gotta believe in your dream more than that person thinks you believe in that dream.
Most definitely, man. And go ahead and give us the rundown of how everything really happened with this music. What made you turn to the mic?
Oh, well, I've been doing music since I was a youngin in the East End. But Alicia Keys is my inspiration. She inspired me to begin singing, piano. I've self-taught piano, xylophone, everything musical. She inspired me to get into. So I began to write. I wrote poetry, and once I discovered that poetry is music, I converted that into my everyday. And so there's not a day that doesn't go by where I don't sing or where I don't rap. And once I built up enough confidence to just say, hey, I'm gonna start writing my first songs. I did that in middle school. And so I started writing songs in middle school and doing talent shows and winning first place, So I was like, okay, Shyy, you're doing something now. You can really do this if you want to. So I just always pursued my dream.
Most definitely. And you mentioned Alicia Keys. Why her though? Like, out of everybody, what made her stand out to you?
Alicia Keys is a beautiful role model. She is a beautiful person. When you think of Alicia Keys, you think of humble, soulful, gentle person. She has a nice voice to where you listen to it. It could put you to sleep if you listen to it for so long. And so you think of happiness when you hear Alicia Keys, music. That's what I grew to and what I clinged on.
Most definitely.
And since she's mixed and I'm mixed, it kind of collided together. So it made it more like I can be her.
Most definitely. And since you started, music, what's been one of the most challenging things you feel like you had to face?
Challenging is being more social media interactive. I'm a more in-person person, and so I can rock a crowd, I can rock a room, I could just rock one-on-one. I'm very sociable. It's just, I don't always like my phone in my hand.
Real talk.
And that's kind of my thing that I'm having to get more into, because I know a lot of people have their phones in their hands, so I have to get more attentive with my fans.
Most definitely. And why do you feel like at times, why do you feel like everything is more so based around social media now?
This generation, man, it's like people think they would die without a phone. Some people can't survive without a phone. Back in, previous times, I used to turn off my phone for a day or two just to relax, but I can't do that no more.
Real talk.
which I understand, but I'm not complaining. It's, it is what it is.
Yeah,
But, people, they cling too much to technology.
that's real. And you mentioned, you from Little Rock. How was it growing up in Little Rock?
Growing up in Little Rock, it was a challenge for me due to I grew up heavier. I was a thick child. I was a little chunky, short little girl, and I grew up as a stepchild. So I was kind of singled out. I had a speech impediment growing up as well. I had a lisp, so I really couldn't say a lot of words that I wanted to say, and so kids would pick on me, sometimes, and I developed a thick skin, but I developed an aggression. So I used to get aggressive with people, and I had to learn how to control that. So I've used that to develop me into the beautiful person I am today, because I know what it feels like on both ends, to be the one that's picked on and be the one that's being looked up to.
Real talk. That's too real. And you spoke on the subject. It's a lot of kids today, not just Arkansas, but in the world, who battling stuff like that. What's some words you're leaving with?
Every day is different. You can never predict the future. You can only know your goals. So if you know what you want to be, or if you know what you're striving to be, a little bit of hard work. Say if you want to gain muscle, you can do 10 push-ups every day for 2 months. 10 push-ups every day for 2 months is better than no push-ups every day for 2 months. So it's like baby steps. You take your life and your goals in baby steps to make you you.
Most definitely. And what's some artists around the state that you tapped in with?
Well, I have a feature that's coming out soon with Brody. And there's also an artist, Richie Banks.
Okay.
He's doing some really good things here in the Rock. We have King William. He's got some good stuff coming out. What's another good artist that's in Little Rock? Lil 65. She's a female artist as well. She has some nice heat. So, just showing love to Little Rock folks.
Most definitely. And Arkansas, we blossoming as a state right now. Why do you feel like it took so long for us to, just get the little notoriety that we're getting now?
Really, in Arkansas, we have to start building a foundation within ourselves. Stop looking outside for our foundation. We have a strong team if we would just work together here. And so now we're starting to realize that once we work together, a lot of things can happen for the good of Arkansas. And so I'm glad to see that we're progressing in a lot of things.
Most definitely. And with you being a female artist, is it any different from, these guys out here doing it, or like?
I see no difference. I can do everything that they can do. Maybe better, who knows? That's to find out.
Real talk. Most definitely. I feel you though. And what studios you fool with in here in Arkansas?
I record with Ferocious, and I recorded at Joker Studio. So those are the 2 studios that are recording in Little Rock.
Most definitely. And you mentioned, Alicia Keys. What's some more music that you grew up, listening to?
Man, when I tell you, I listen to every genre. Matter of fact, I'm going to be the first female artist to go platinum in every genre, because I do every genre of music, from country to rap to soul to rock to gospel to all that. I've listened to every genre. So I grew up on some real old school, like, what is that, Sir Charles. And I grew up on some Carrie Underwood as well.
So
I grew up on
ear for music.
Man, I like music. The words are what catch me.
Most
the
definitely.
beat is what soothes me.
Real talk. That's real, man. Progressing, throughout 2019, what some of the people can expect from Shyy G?
Okay, so this fall, I have an R&B trap album releasing. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh.
R&B trap. That's
R&B trap album releasing. I need y'all to be ready for this, because this is really important, because it's like a stick of dynamite. As soon as you plug it in, you're gonna explode, okay?
Yeah, real talk. And when you're not doing music, just focus on the music. What's some of the people can catch you doing? Like what you do in your free time?
Well, I'll let you know I am an athlete, so I like to work out. When I don't have nails, I like to hoop. So I go to a gym and play basketball, local gym. I love to interact with kids, so sometimes I get my god kids or my nieces and we'll probably go to a park or go do something adventurous or something because I like to get the youth active. I also have programs for the youth that I have coming up soon within the next 2 years, so stay tuned. If you follow my Facebook page, Shyy G, I have a lot of things that are coming up and events that will keep you informed on everything I have going on. So you can like that on Facebook.
And you mentioned the youth. What would you say about what's going on, like in the young, like the juvenile, the youth in Arkansas, Little Rock?
Well, one thing about all youth, they are prone to YouTube. They are prone to what they watch. They learn so quickly and they catch on to everything. So as being adults, we have to be good role models, and I try to be the best role model I can be. Here in Arkansas, we don't have as many youth programs as we should, but that is going to increase soon.
When it comes to, you doing the whole music thing, is it just you by yourself or do you got a team?
Oh, I do have a team. I have a manager, I have a PR agent. My manager is Rich Johnson, so shout out to Rich. I have a record label, 1052 Entertainment Group. Shout out to that as well. I have a PR agent at the GDT PR agency. So shout out to them as well.
And do you, like, speaking from an artist point of view, do you feel like that's necessary to have a team?
It is necessary. If you don't have a team, you can't do everything alone. That's overwhelming, it's too much pressure, and it's easier when you have people you trust around you.
Most definitely, man. And before we wrap it up, go ahead and lead the youth with something positive. Like somebody who can be battling with depression, stressed out, or, whatever the case may be. Like life hits sometimes. So, go ahead and leave them with something positive.
Think of life as you think of water. Water is steady and it flows. It flows easily. But if you put too many rocks in the way, it starts to create a border. You can't limit yourself to what you can and can't do. You're bordering your water flow. You're bordering your energy flow. Making yourself happy is not a struggle.
Man.
It is not a challenge.
For real.
It is as simple as a simple smile and looking in the mirror says, I love you. Good morning, I love you. So,
most definitely, man. That's too real. And, go ahead and let the people know where they can find your music at.
You can find my music on all platforms. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify. All you have to do is type in Shyy G. And Shyy G is spelled with 2 Y's. So it's SHYY space G. That's all you have to type in. My Facebook is Shyy G as well. My Instagram is 501Shyy. And my Snapchat is Shyy33. So those are how you can reach me, interact with me, see what I'm doing, catch up on my latest things. And that's what I have.
Most definitely, man. Y'all go follow her ASAP and tap in. It's been real.
It's your girl Shyy G, and I'm tapped in with Ground Zero.
Most definitely. Y'all go tap in.